This evening, we are discussing Champagne De Watère with the owner and founder, Martin Canosa. Nice to see you.
Nice to be here.
Let's
Thanks
talk champagne.
Yes.
I love this topic. Super yacht, champagne. They
go
obviously
together.
are aligned perfectly, right?
Yes, of course.
So I understand that your champagne has taken home recently 2 gold IWGA awards, correct?
Yes, great gold awards. So it's a bit more than gold. We took them home and there were about 3,000 wines competing, and only 6 were given out to Champagne of these great gold medals, and we took home both, and we're the only non-vintage champagne to win those medals, so I'm hugely proud of it.
Congratulations. Yes. Now I understand, Martin, that you have a very eco-sensitive production process, right? Can you take me through that?
Yeah, sure. Well, it starts actually by, so we leave nature as it is, as it was, and we plow the grounds with horses instead of tractors, so it gives us less ground compression, and then we transport the grapes, also hand-picked, of course, transport the grapes by a horse-drawn carriage to the press, and then after that, the bottles are being touched after they come out of the cellar, the long ripening period, at least 7 to 8 times by hand.
Yeah.
So that's sort of avoiding emission wherever possible, because I think with a 925-year heritage of our family name, De Watère, we can only produce in that sense and not in any other sense, to make it really go on for several generations.
Right, right. Well, speaking of your family name, De Watère, could you tell me a little bit about your family history and tradition?
Well, the family, we came over apparently to England from France with William the Conqueror, and in 1086 we were listed for the first time in the Domesday Book. That's where the De Watère family name first came up, where we also found our family crest, which is white and black. That's why we had also the labels white and black on the champagne. And then we lived almost everywhere in Europe until we settled in England again, after being in Spain and in Czech Republic, everywhere. And I wanted to create something to keep family tradition intact, to take it to the next level. That's something that we can all identify with.
Yeah.
Because so far none of our family companies actually carry the family name.
Oh, really?
And this is the first one, so I'm hugely honored that my family permitted me to do so.
Yes, that sounds like quite an honor.
Yes, it is indeed, and I try to live up to it.
Let's talk about the gastronomy of this and the food and wine trends that are emerging these days.
Well, what is emerging, people care more than they used to care as to what they eat, what they drink. They're more interested in the story behind. They're more interested in how it is being produced, and they're actively looking for smaller producers. So they're no longer just sticking to the brands they know. They become a bit more bold and a bit more daring to just try out new things. And it also goes with wine and food pairings. People try out new things. For example, sushi and wine is now also a very big thing in the gastronomy. And for example, the rosé champagne is being served frequently, I hear, with cheese, which is very unusual for champagne. So there's loads and loads of things. People are experimenting more. And I appreciate that very much because it gives a lot of choice to the producer and to the customer alike.
Anything we should know about maybe your plans for the future before I let you go?
My plans for the future, keep pleasing my customers. Sounded very markety, I know. But that's really my task. I just like to enjoy it, and also creating new things, just like we did. We have the carbon fiber champagne cooler now. It holds
this,
up.
Right?
This one, yes, I brought it here.
And why does that make a difference?
It makes a difference because it's first of all lighter, so people carrying it, they don't break their backs.
Right. And drop your champagne.
Exactly, and even if it drops, it doesn't break normally.
Yes.
I'm not giving guarantees here.
Yeah,
It normally doesn't.
Disclaimer.
No, exactly, disclaimer.
Yes.
And no, it's made from very thick carbon fiber, but very light. It weighs just under 500 grams. And we have a German manufacturer who makes it by hand, every single one. We don't use any molds for it. So every single one is sort of individual a little bit. So it lines up the seams perfectly. And the good thing for the customer as well is that it doesn't sweat outside. Only where you've got the ice inside, you will see sweating outside, but very little only. So you can still pick it up on the top without wetting your hands, actually. So it's practical luxury.
Yes, absolutely. And it's actually quite coincidental because I was with a major yacht builder the other day and they were talking about building their first carbon fiber yacht. So
oh, you should introduce
maybe
us.
You're ahead of the game. Yeah, exactly.
I think
maybe you could be building yachts in 5 years, not just champagne.
Who knows? You never know where it goes.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to trying it this evening on board Martha Ann. Thank you for being our sponsor.
Thank you for being here.
And thank you for coming here. Yes.
It was my pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks a lot.